The World Cup qualifiers has been concluded, and we have the list of the 10 African teams representing CAF. So now, with this list, that means among the 12 groups of the World Cup, we have 10 groups in which we have African teams. But the exciting part of this World Cup is with the settings. If two teams qualify from the 48 teams from each group, that's 24 teams are going to qualify automatically. So now when you have 24 teams qualifying automatically, you can't have a round of 24. You need to have a round of 16, a round of 32, sorry. So this round of 32 enables 8 teams from the third place teams among the 12 groups. That means the 8 teams that rank very okay, that played very well in the group stage but couldn't make the top 2 lists, will have to also qualify for the knockout stage. So African teams, this is a very good chance for you guys to prove yourselves. At least I'm expecting 6 African teams in the knockout, because 6 out of 10, that means 60% of the African teams, at least in the round of 32, we should have 6 teams. Maybe going to the round of 16, we might have 4 teams, 3 teams getting to the quarterfinals. At least we should have an African team that gets to the quarterfinal, at least 2. So if you look at this list now, if you look at Group A, we have South Africa in Group A. Do you think they can prove a point there? They are going to be playing Mexico, South Korea, and Czech Republic. No easy task for them there. But if they can win a game and maybe gain a 3 points and lose consciously among their last 2 games, they can also get to the knockout phase with maybe the best losers. If you look at Group B, we don't have any African team there. In Group C, we have one of the African heavyweights, and I'm tipping them to qualify automatically because they've really spent a lot of money on football of late, and they are doing so well. Morocco, they just lack conversion. So their only challenge in this group is Brazil, because Haiti and Scotland are not great. So Morocco should qualify automatically, maybe second in the group behind Brazil. And in Group C, we don't have an African team. In Group E, we have another African team, making a third African team in the list. We have Côte d'Ivoire. And Côte d'Ivoire are going to be facing Germany. Côte d'Ivoire also have a chance of progressing either second place on the table or qualifying through the best loser, because they have a new comer in the group, and Ecuador. So they should be able to get decent results in these 2 games. And also we have Group F with Tunisia. Tunisia are always go to the World Cup, but they don't seem to get past the preliminary stages. They always attend the World Cup, but they don't go that far. And they are in a very tight group. They are playing Japan, Netherlands, and Sweden. I don't see them having any. I'm sorry to say, Tunisians, this will be one of the teams that are going to be knocked out automatically. Tunisia doesn't stand a chance against these 3 teams. So we go to Group G, where we have Egypt. Egypt should at least take the second or third place in this team decisively, aggressively, because they are going to be playing Belgium. Belgium is not that superb. They are going to be playing Iran. Iran is not that strong also, and New Zealand. So Egypt should be another team qualifying. And also Cape Verde. Cape Verde is a very determined team. This is their first time in the World Cup. Another solid African team in Group H. How can they scale through to the knockout stage? Because they are in a very difficult group. Uruguay, 2-time world champions. Spain, another giant of the game. How can they survive this? They just need to try. They just need to try. I don't know what to say about Cape Verde. I know they are a very determined team, but They just need to try. They are facing a very tough opponent. And the African best team is Senegal, and they are in Group I. They are facing former world champions France, Iraq, and Norway. Haaland's Norway is going to be a cracker, but I know Senegal will not leave at the group stage. I'm very sure of that. I can bet anything with that. Senegal must get to the knockout, at least the round of 16. Senegal will do well. So another African team in Group J is Algeria. They are also a team that qualifies for the World Cup, but they don't really do so well. So they are going to be facing Argentina, the world champions, Austria, and Jordan. So maybe they should try and maybe be among the best losers, but it's going to be a difficult one for Algeria, who don't really have decent results when it comes to the World Cup proper. So in Group K, we have the first-timers, Democratic Republic of Congo. This team is a very solid team. The only difficulty they are having is their attack. How are they going to cope with Portugal? Portugal is the first team in this group. They are going to clinch the first team. But how are they going to survive Colombia? If they can survive Colombia, Uzbekistan is not a great footballing nation. They can do some surprises. So if Congo can qualify through the best losers, they still have a chance also. So in the last group, we have Ghana, the team that just sacked their coach. Like I said, this is not the right time to sack a coach. And for Ghana Black Stars, it's a very tight group against Croatia, Panama, and England. But if they should play so well, Croatia is a aging team, a team full of veterans. So they'll play more of the experience game than the energy game. So if Ghana can use more of energy against them, they can maybe win or pick a point and maybe win Panama and qualify as one of the best losers. So the African teams in this tournament have a very big chance, unlike the former tournaments when it's just the league winners and the runners up. This time we have 8 teams that can pick a decisive point and go through to the knockout stages. So we can't wait for the World Cup to start very soon. June is the month. We are waiting.